Yeah, we live, baby, somewhere in an undisclosed location in Dallas, Texas. It's your boy JR at Dallas, and tonight we hosting a show called JR in Wonderland. This is a little show that I like to do in the laboratory as opposed to in the car, and it's basically where we just kind of go down the wormhole, get into the internet, have some fun, see what we see, learn what we learn, and not believe everything that we see. Well, I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a good time, gang, so let's go on ahead and just get straight into it. Tonight's topic is gonna be something that I heard through this guy right here. Usually I like this guy, he's pretty cool, but for whatever reason I just didn't like his vibe in the video. You're gonna see what I'm talking about here in a second, but anyways, I curated a series of videos together for us tonight, and I've never seen these videos before, so you guys are gonna watch them with me. I felt like it was gonna be a pretty cool little opportunity for you guys to watch these videos with me as I learn what exactly is the Cannonball Run. So let's jump straight into it, gang.
Cannonball Run is an illegal challenge to drive across the entire country as fast as humanly possible. Police in Colorado just arrested a guy doing 130 miles an hour while attempting. A car journalist named Brock Yates turned it into a race in the 1970s, partly to protest the new at the time 55-mile-an-hour national speed limit. The idea is you drive from New York to Los Angeles, about 2,800 miles, as fast as you can, with literally no rules and no set route. They even made it into a movie creatively titled The Cannonball Run.
The Cannonball Run.
The current record was set during COVID when the roads were empty. 25 hours and 39 minutes. That's an average of 112 miles an hour across the entire country. And the gear these people use is incredible. Radar detectors, police scanners, Euro-stabilized binoculars. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. A thermal scope mounted on the roof to spot cops hiding on the roadside, and a whole network of spotter cars running miles ahead, radioing back to where the police are. Which brings us back to this guy in Colorado. Deputies clocked a blackout Ford doing 130. When they went to stop him, he killed his headlights at night, ran a red light, and tried to lose them. They arrested him and his passenger. His car had a signal jammer, a switch to kill every light, a hidden plate, and binoculars for spotting cops. Here's what the Cannonball community will tell you. In more than 50 years, they say no one has ever been seriously hurt. No crashes with other cars. That's their whole argument. There's no harm, so no foul. But the guy who holds the current record once pulled over to watch another team's run. He stepped out of his car and a weaving tractor trailer plowed right into it. This is the fastest, most careful driver in the so-called sport. His car totaled by someone else's bad driving on the same roads where they all swear they've got it under control. So, Angela, I have to ask, what's the argument going to be one day when someone finally does get hurt?
See what I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? Nah, come on now. Nah, this dude. Here's the thing, dog. Here's the thing, babe. I got a lot of thoughts about this, actually, because, like, on 75, man, you always got the motorcycle zooming down, man, literally, like, about at least, like, 140. Like, they got to be doing, like, 140. So, like, and, like, honestly, I feel like they put my livelihood at risk. They might not care about their lives, but at the end of the day, bro, like, if I accidentally bump one of them dudes and they end up unalived, my man, what's gonna end up happening then? You know what I mean? I'm going to court, I'm going to jail, my car's getting towed, my car got all messed up. Why? Because you wanna be driving 170 miles an hour on your little motorcycle, zooming in between traffic? So, like, I mean, I kind of feel what he's saying, like, but at the same time, like I just feel like after my rant, I just kind of feel like, like I just don't like the tone of his rant. So, moving on. Let's keep going. So that's where I started thinking. I was like, you know what? Like, what the heck is a Cannonball Run? And is all this real for real? Like, did they actually make a real movie about this? You know what I'm saying? Like, what exactly is this? So I decided to go on a little investigative trail, and I got a handful of little videos hand curated for us, and we finna check it out right now.
While the movie Cannonball Run was slapstick, it was based on real-life efforts to race from coast to coast. And last month, a seemingly unbeatable record was broken. 3 car enthusiasts made it from a garage here in New York City to a hotel in Redondo Beach, California, at a heart-pounding speed. With a top speed of 193 miles per hour and an average of 103 for more than a day, Drivers Arnie Toman and Doug Tabbitt, along with spotter Berkeley Chadwick, are the new Cannonball Run record holders. As first reported by Road and Track, the team made the 2,800-mile journey from New York to Los Angeles in 27 hours, 25 minutes, shaving more than an hour off the old mark set in 2013. While in the movie, Burt Reynolds and Dom DeLuise crossed the country in an ambulance, the team rode in a souped-up Mercedes, modified over the course of 2 years, specifically with setting the record in mind.
What?
Radar detectors, a CB radio, a police scanner. We used gyro-stabilized binoculars, and something new for this trip that's never been done is we used a thermal scope on the roof of the car, so we're able to see anything warm on the side of the road waiting up before us.
They were also aided by a network of spotters, driving ahead of them and reporting road conditions, along with the placement of police speed traps.
We knew we had a shot pretty much the whole time, and thankfully nothing bad happened. There was no altercations with the police or anything to slow us down.
But the feat is drawing criticism from safety experts. The Governor's Highway Safety Association says speeding is widely deemed culturally acceptable by the motoring public. We need to change that narrative and make speeding as socially unacceptable as drunk driving.
This
He
fool.
maintains the team never put any other drivers at risk.
There was no close calls at all. We don't pass people at a high rate of speed simply because it's dangerous. And if we were to do that, to drive recklessly, they're just going to call the police. And then we're just going to have police waiting for us.
Now, you may have seen it in that picture there, the GPS screen. They stopped for a total of 22 minutes. And obviously, do not try this. Do not try this. That is a risk.
Well, I feel like, dang, I got like total mixed feelings about this, gang. Like, I swear, like, I like this. This is super cool, but at the same time, I'm like, all right, first thought, my very first thought, that's organized crime. That's organized crime. All that equipment, all that high tech, bro, that's organized crime on but see, because, all right, see, that's gotta be organized crime. They literally trying to figure out how to break the law, bro. You can't do that. I mean, I ain't nobody but a barber, bro. You know what I'm saying? All I know is that you can't. That's conspiracy. How about that? How about that for number one, baby? From an ex-convict, 3 X's on my back. That's conspiracy, baby. When 2 or more people trying to figure out how to break the law, no matter if it's a misdemeanor, that's conspiracy, gang. Like, straight up. I ain't even gonna lie. I know that for a fact, baby. Any convict out there know that for a fact. So how about that? How about that? We got the personal injury attorney, and he's over there talking about and complaining about when's enough, or what's your argument gonna be whenever somebody does get hurt. And then we got these guys over here like trying to talk about, like, you know what I mean, like they ain't never speed before in their whole lives. All right, like they ain't never tried to got out of a speeding ticket in their whole lives. So you know what I mean? I'm over here getting worked up. That's so funny, dog. That's so funny. But at the end of the day, this dude, basically this story right here depicts 3 dudes on a pack, on a mission. They said it themselves. They told the news, they said it themselves, gang, that they spent 2 years souping up a Mercedes-Benz so that they could attempt that. Man, hold up, dog. That's really interesting. I ain't even gonna lie, my dude, like, to just like go on camera and basically like admit on camera that you're conspiring, you know what I'm saying, to commit a crime. They can get you for that, bro. I ain't even gonna lie, my man. Like, I ain't even gonna lie. That's organized crime and conspiracy, baby. Shoot. So let's go on ahead and let's keep on trucking, baby.
When the lockdown came, honestly, I just wanted to go out and drive. Not only because the roads were empty, but also because people said, oh, you shouldn't do that. I saw how empty the roads were and just how much joy it brought me to drive when there was nobody else on the road and nobody hogging the left lane. It was like all of the Karens had stayed home, and they were the same people who sit and park in the left lane and never move over. So it was a truly awesome experience being out on the road.
He's just sitting there complaining. He sounded like a woman. I ain't even gonna lie.
We had about a week's worth of work we had to do to it. I took the car out on the Monday before we were supposed to go, and realized that there is no way that I'm driving this fiberglass sports car across the country at those speeds. So I knew that my buddy Eric had this Audi S6 that had some mild work done to it, that he had promised that he would sell me when he was done with it. So I called him on Tuesday morning and I said, Eric, I got to level with you. I need to make another run. My Mercedes is wrecked and I need to buy a car. And he's like, well, you're in luck. I just bought a GTR and I'm looking to sell it. I said, I'll be there in 30 minutes. So I picked the thing up at noon on Tuesday and the 3-day Cannonball build began.
My man, I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Like, I'm starting to get turned off to this whole story, dude. Like, this dude nonchalantly just running around wrecking and buying up Mercedes Benzes. Like, I mean, I just really can't relate to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, I used to ride the Dallas Dart, baby. Come on now, Dart Area Rapid Transit. You feel me now? Like, man, I don't know about this, man. This whole story right here is starting to kind of annoy me, bro. Like, I can't relate with this. Let's go find what's up. Let's go find out what they saying right here.
BMW M5 is speeding down a stretch of highway at well over 100 miles per hour. The driver's goal, New York to Los Angeles faster than anyone has done it before. And this madman isn't the only person who's done this. He's one in a long line of drivers willing to become wanted criminals to make history in the most illegal street race of all time. My name is Jimmy, and today in the Lord Drives, we're talking about the Cannonball Run. The driver in question's name was Alex Roy, and I actually got to chat with Alex about his experience, and it's crazy.
Because we didn't know first if it could work at all. And we also did not know what the legal ramifications would be.
The inside of Alex's
You
BMW
finna go to
M5
jail.
looked like NASA's Mission Control Center. There were multiple GPSs, radar detectors, and police scanners. The car even had a computer for receiving weather reports for the route ahead, and a satellite phone to call the crew in a scout plane he had hired. The prep carried on when he was at home too. He looked up the statute of limitations for the laws he was about to break to know when he could return to the states he was planning on driving through. This dude made spreadsheets. He did math. He did homework. I hate doing homework. I hate math. You think I like making these videos because I'm artsy?
You think like doing these videos because I'm artsy? Dang, that dude is off the chain for that, my boy. Hell yeah, I like doing these videos because I'm artsy. Man, what's wrong with this dude, man? Man, this dude is so funny, man. That was funny, bro. That was hilarious. Moving on.
No, I do them because I didn't want to take another math class.
Security thing, the laws are very harsh, and anyone who's involved as a witness or a bystander can be charged with the same felony as the driver of the vehicle. Everyone was aware of this, and I had to keep like.
So at this point, gang, like he's talking about like criminals, and that's what I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. Like, at least in the great state of Texas, baby, like if 3 of us, we all get together and we say, man, we finna run over there and steal that candy together. I'ma block you and do that's organized crime, bro. That's organized crime. Furthermore, that's also conspiracy, bro. You can't do that. These dudes talking about doing that, but on the speeding, even though it's a misdemeanor, my man, it's still organized crime. That's all I got to say.
Straight face, which was almost impossible.
Now, Alex was ready to break the record, but to have a record to break, someone had to have done it first. The Cannonball story started with a guy named Erwin Baker. Baker earned himself the nickname.
All right, gang, now we finally get to the beans and potatoes of it, baby. Well, now we finna get to it. Like, how exactly did this thing come up? So now we know that it's a race. It's like it's basically a conspiracy, my man, to do this race. So essentially, you race across from New York City to LA as fast as you can, and that's what this entire thing is about. But who created it? We finally get to the beans and potatoes of it, baby. Let's find out.
In the early 1900s, racing and performing stunts on motorcycles before expanding into, well, just about anything with wheels and an engine. Baker broke over 140 car and motorcycle records over his career, but his most famous records were his cross-country drives. He wasn't the first person to drive across the country, But he was the first to drive the now standard New York to Los Angeles Cannonball Run route in 1915. The world wasn't even in color yet. And in 1933, he did it again, setting a record time. Half hours that wouldn't be beaten until the interstate was completed between the two cities over Cannonball Run route in 1915. The world wasn't even in color yet. And in 1933, he did it again, setting a record time of 53 and a half hours that wouldn't be beaten until the interstate was completed between the two cities over 3 decades later, because we had to get nukes across the country. That's why they built the interstate. Look it up. Cross-country records were all kinds of fun games up to until the federal government got involved. You see, in the early 1970s, the feds had the audacity to tell the American people to drive slower because the roads were too dangerous and the air was too dirty because apparently...
I like this dude, man. Who is this dude, man? Yeah, apparently until the feds got involved. You know how they do. This dude is good, man. He's good, man. I like this guy. Man, this dude is funny, man. So apparently the feds got involved and mandated that everybody start driving slower. And that's what he's talking about. Some dude decided he was going to take off driving real fast. And I guess it was a protest or something. Let's keep watching. Moving on.
Like breathing smog everywhere they went.
Or dying unexpectedly.
So, the dudes in Washington, D.C. enacted a 55 mile per hour national speed limit and passed the Clean Air Act. Auto journalist Brock Yates was pissed and thought, why the hell not run a race across the United States? A balls out, shoot the moon, the establishment, rumble from New York to Los Angeles. That is a direct quote, by the way. I'm not saying that. That was Brock Yates. He gave his protest the easy-to-read name of Cannonball Baker.
Bro, there is absolutely no way that is a true quote. There's absolutely no way that's a true quote. No stinking way. No, he did not. No. He says, dang, that's funny. That's absolutely hilarious. He says, why the hell not run a race across the United States, A balls out, shoot the moon, F the establishment, rumble from New York to Los Angeles. Dang, Brock Yates, baby. Oh, Brock Yates, you a gangster. Dang, that dude is cool, man. Dang, all right, man, that's enough of that. All right, let's keep moving on. So apparently, this dude right here was pissed, and he decided to encourage his fans to go on ahead and just do a race. Moving on, let's find out what else happened.
Cannonball Baker siege to Los Angeles. That is a direct quote, by the way. I'm not saying that. That was Brock Yates. He gave his protest the easy-to-read name of Cannonball Baker siege to Shining Sea Memorial Trophy Dash in honor of Cannonball Baker himself. And on a rainy midnight, May 3rd, 1971, Yates and a small team of co-drivers set out from the Red Ball Garage in Manhattan in a 1971 Dodge Custom Sportsman he called Moon Trash 2. Honestly, I'm kind of scared to ask what happened to Moon Trash 1. It's probably still up in space with all the other moon trash we have up there. Despite running out of gas once, hitting high winds in the desert, and developing a serious vibration that limited them to about 80 miles per hour, they rolled into the Portofino Inn at Redondo Beach 40 hours, 51 minutes. It was a new record, but Yates knew he could do better. And just 6 months later, he ran it back again. This time, he had some upgrades, traded his Dodge van for a Ferrari Daytona, but more importantly, he upgraded his co-driver. He recruited driving legend Dane Gurney, who had won races like the 24 Hours of Le Mans, and it wasn't just these guys driving cross country. This time, it was going to be a race. In total, 8 cars, 23 people set out for the West Coast. Gurney drove the Ferrari for the first 18 hours, much of it through bad weather. However, he and Yates went on to win and set a new record that crushed Yates' old time by nearly 5 hours. And after
Gang, I'm just gonna tell you, baby, like driving 18 hours straight, that ain't no punk, baby. That's gonna beat you up, baby. I ain't even gonna lie. Man, pull over and stretch them hamstrings. For all you drivers, you FedEx drivers, Uber drivers, bus drivers, you guys know what I'm talking about. bro, 18 hours of driving will beat you up, baby. Like, man, you get home, man, you just hold out, bro. You good, dude. You don't want nothing of nothing from nowhere. 18 hours to beat you up, so it's pretty impressive, bro, to just drive straight through 18 hours straight, bro.
Yates and his friends ran a total of 5 times during the 1970s. And with Yates setting his best time in 1979, by this point, the Cannonball Run had a lot of attention. Yates had written about his adventures in Car and Driver, and they even had a movie called The Cannonball Run based on Yates.
The Cannonball Run!
Also a whole other story on its own. Kind of weird legal stuff going on there. Anyway, a whole new generation of drivers were ready to take up the mantle with their own event called the US Express in 1980. It ran just for 4 years, and each year it got more and more attention, which made it harder to break Yates's record. Traffic jams, am I right? The first 3 attempts were failures. The pressure was high, the police were watching. But then in 1983, David Diem and Doug Turner pulled out all the stops. These guys became the first team to hire a scouting plane for their run, and with a pair of eyes in the skies and a little luck, they took the record with an official time of 32 hours and 7 minutes. So they had their record, they packed up and went home. It had been nearly impossible to accomplish. It was simply too visible and too dangerous to try again. And officially, for 23 years, no one else gave it a shot. Until our boy, Alex Roy. So, Alex hit the road again on October 7th, 2006. One day before me and Matt Damon's birthday. This time, he said he and his co-driver, David Mayer, were like robots. Everything was precise, planned, and almost routine. But they were cutting it close. In the final hour, as they were coming into Los Angeles, Mayer told Alex they were running out of time, and it was make or break. Alex says he drove faster through Los Angeles than he did on the entire journey. Once he got off the freeway in Santa Monica, he made the decision that nothing was going to stop him. Not a red light, not a cop, nothing. If they wanted to arrest him, he said they could do it at the pier. Dude, another badass medal. Alex made it to the finish line with a time 31 hours and 4 minutes. 1 hour and 3 minutes faster than the previous record. But more than that, Alex had set a blueprint. Alex's record stood until 2013 when it was bested by a team made up of YouTube celebrity Ed Bullion, David Black, and Dan Huang. These guys were the first to break the 30-hour barrier with a time of 28 hours and 50 minutes set in a Mercedes CL55 AMG. Their average speed was 98 miles an hour across the whole country. Counting stops, in total, they only spent about 40...
Bro, 98 miles an hour all the way across the country. Now, when we talking about average, gang, like, I ain't even gonna lie, bro. Like, that's not the real. If anybody knows math, baby, what 98... that means that they was doing more than 98 because you have to take out the stops. That's how come they average down to 98. So whenever you take out the stops, they come down, but they was going faster, bro. Like straight up, bro. This has been a really cool story, and this dude, props to this dude, man. He literally gave a whole bunch of really cool information, man. Like I didn't even know all this stuff, man. He did a real good job, and I'm real super glad and happy that I put this on, on that curated list of little videos for us to learn about. Moving on, let's keep going.
And it stopped at all. So I actually got to talk to Ed too for this video, and he helped out a lot. Thanks again. He told me that basically everything that could have gone right for them did, and on top of preparation, you just also needed to be dumb lucky. Apparently, their only hiccup came when they were stopping for fuel in New Mexico. Ed's card was declined, and he had to run into a gas station to get a card from a co-driver. When they did hit the road again, he called American Express to figure out what had happened, and they told him they noticed a lot of suspicious activity on his card and cross-referenced his purchases against flights to see if it was even possible to move from state to state as quickly as he had. And according to their algorithm, it wasn't. Ed said,
that was awesome. That was awesome, bro. Dang. So his bank thought that there was something weird going on, baby. He was moving so fast through the entire country that his bank thought something was weird was going on. That's pretty awesome, bro. That's pretty neat. That's real neat.
No details, but I assure you it's possible. Prove any purchases made from here to LA, please. After Ed's attempt, the cannonball got a little out of hand. Alex, Ed, and pretty much everyone that had come before had smaller teams, maybe a scout plane, and spent no more than $40,000 to $50,000 on the attempt. But some of the attempts since are estimated to have cost nearly $500,000, with teams of decoy cars and true remote mission controls staffed with several people monitoring police radios and weather reports. That's just too crazy. That's like taking away from the sport. You're killing the sport.
I feel that. Bro, I'm not even gonna lie to you, gang. I feel like I really feel that. I really feel that, bro. You killing the sport. Whenever you, bro, the dudes who started it wasn't running airplanes in the sky and didn't have decoy teams in the front. Didn't have all this high tech radars and the whatnots and the googie traps and the whatnots. You know what I'm saying? Like, I totally agree with this dude, bro. Hey, man, I feel this dude, man. I send this dude a coffee or something.
Cycle and then generate new events and hundreds of people flying. Okay, I never thought that would occur.
The current record, as of this recording, is 26 hours and 38 minutes, which was set during the pandemic when roads were pretty much empty, and some people think that this record should have an asterisk next to it. I'm of the opinion that it should. I want to know what you guys think though in the comments down below.
I'm just gonna be honest with you, bro. That one should have an asterisk beside it because that wasn't normal times, bro. That wasn't normal times, baby. It'll never be beat because that'll never happen again. Those circumstances will never happen again. Hence why everybody else, hence why everybody else 31, 32, 35. Come on, man. Nah. He gotta be by 4 hours. That'll never happen, gang. Nobody will ever beat that. So the real time is literally 31:04. I said it, come for me. What now?
I'm of the opinion that it should. I want to know what you guys think though in the comments down below. With an almost unbeatable COVID record in place, the Cannonball has expanded. People are setting all sorts of records now. Fastest couple, fastest EV, and even the fastest autonomous drive, which was recently set by our buddy Alex. And Alex says that with our current technology, the EV drives are actually a lot more challenging than the gas engine runs because they just take so much longer. You're more tired, you're at the mercy of finicky chargers, more stops, and longer times on the road means higher chances of hitting weather and traffic. The last question we had for this video was why? Why do people spend thousands of dollars to make a dangerous, exhausting drive? And for Alex, it was because of his dad. He had passed away a few years before Alex made his 2006 run, and had always wanted to try it. Doing a cannonball run was a way to connect with his dad. Alex's co-driver Mayer said he wanted something that money couldn't buy. And as I've found true in my life, making incredible memories with friends is what is truly priceless, even when you're breaking laws at over 100 miles per hour.
Oh, baby.
Thanks for watching this video. If it gets 100,000 likes, I'll attempt to set a cannonball record in my 1994 Mazda Miata. I want to do it in 30 hours. No more, no less.
I feel that. Yeah.
You made it to the end of the video, dude. I'm so stoked. If you have some time, check out this one.
Man, I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. This dude is cool, man. That was a real cool video, man. But at the end of the day, man, we learned a lot, man. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least like 6 different people who tried this and have completed it. So that's really cool. Yeah. There's been at least 6 people who tried this, and that's really cool. Let's go see what else we can find. And that was it, man. Hey, man, I could have sworn. I'll tell you what we're gonna go do. We're gonna go look at we're looking for the cannonball, the trailer. We want to see the trailer. Let's go look at the trailer. Look at this. Hey, Burt Reynolds, baby. Nah, heck nah. Look at this dude, man. Heck nah. What is this dude doing?
This is the story of an average guy and a beautiful girl.
Hi.
Look at Burt.
I'm just quite beauty.
You must be a sensitive person. I bet you're a fan of Robert Humans.
I try to be. And his best friend.
Hi, Captain Chaos. Better come along.
And a family doctor.
Come over my ear.
And how they all set out one day in an ambulance from New York to California at 150 miles per hour.
Oh, baby.
But they aren't the only ones. Because
Lamborghini.
Grand Prix. And it doesn't matter how you get there. It's who gets there first. Burt Reynolds is
You know what this reminds me of, gang? This one right here, it reminds me of the Rat Race. This reminds me of the Rat Race, baby. What? This looks cool. Hey, Burt Reynolds already did a movie like this, gang. It's called the man, I said it earlier. I totally said it earlier. What was the name of that movie, man? Smoking a Bandit. Burt Reynolds already did a movie like this. These are good movies.
on his team. Farrah Fawcett,
Are you one of those volleyballers?
Cannonballs, Dom DeLuise, and Jack Elam. And here comes the competition.
Hurry up,
Dean Martin,
we happen to be in a race.
Sammy Davis Jr.,
You shorty. Where'd you get all that jewelry?
Lift.
Mel Tillis, and Terry Bradshaw. Jackie Chan,
Jackie Chan.
and Roger Moore as himself.
I'm Roger Moore. Roger Moore.
Ha!
All of them. Reckless.
What kind of first we just blessed me.
Unscrupulous.
Oh my God, bless her. I'm sorry.
Desperate characters. By land, by sea, by air,
Just get there, baby.
drive anything, say anything, and stop at nothing.
Normally I drive right around the speed limit.
We all make mistakes in this. But 160?
Cannonball Run. Cannonball Run. The only movie to get over 200 tickets before it even opens.
The Cannonball Run. Dang, that was cool, man. I ain't even gonna lie, baby. The Cannonball Run. I ain't never heard of this, baby. If I would have known, I would have already done watch this. Man, this sounds like a good movie. Damn, Sammy Davis Jr. Dang, 1981, baby. That's probably why I ain't never heard it, baby. I was like 3 months old. I wasn't too old at all. Anyways, gang, so we already learned about the Cannonball Run, baby. So apparently there's a handful of people who have tried to do this. There's only a handful, like maybe 7 or 8 people who've already done it, according to that one dude that we were watching. And somebody beat everybody's record with the total of 26 hours to drive from New York all the way to LA. And I think we all think that he was cheating. He was cheating. That was coronavirus. That don't count. That don't count because that ain't normal times, because there ain't no cops out there speed trapping. So they don't count. They don't count. I don't care if you feel like you think you did. You know what I'm saying? That don't count, in my opinion, in my personal opinion, American opinion. I don't feel like that count at all, because it was coronavirus, baby. There were no cops out there speed trapping, baby. So how dare you think you're just gonna run out there and do a cannonball run and think that it's gonna count? It's not gonna count, baby. There were no cops out there looking for you. Consider that, baby. So anyways, let's go on ahead and just keep on moving on, baby. It was a good night. Appreciated this video, man. It was cool. Learned a lot. It was cool, man. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. If you guys enjoyed what I did, you guys go on ahead and like, subscribe, send this to somebody. Have a good night, gang. Stop recording.